Hi, everybody. My name is Susan LaCroix. This is my beautiful daughter, Julie Davison. And this is Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie. It is Sunday, August 6th. Can you believe that, Julie?
No, I really can't. The kids start school in a week.
Oh, my word.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
God. Yeah, it's just,
The summer
anyway.
went so fast. And August is going to be a busy month. We've got bonus days. It's time to redeem your coupons, and there's a kit sale on the kit collections from Stampin' up to 30% off, and pre-order for the mini catalog for demonstrators.
Yep, my order didn't ship the day I put it in. It shipped on Thursday, so it's coming on Monday.
Oh, I bet you are just hotly waiting, anticipating that
I
box.
am. I want to get my hands on that autumn DSP.
Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait. But anyway, we don't have it yet. We're not showing it yet. Soon and very soon we will be showing it. But other than that, I think we should just dive right in. Our videos have been so long the last couple of weeks, so we're really
Oh,
trying to keep the time down today for you all. It's busy. It's summertime. So, Julie,
it,
why don't you show what we're gonna do today?
all right. Well, like you said, the mini catalog doesn't actually start until September 6th. And so we want to focus on some of the amazing things in the annual catalog that we haven't had a chance to talk about yet. And one that has been super popular is the Hey Chuck bundle. I'm on page 49 of the 2023 to 2024 Stampin' Up! Annual catalog. And I have to say, I'm kind of surprised that this bundle has been so popular. It is sort of a sequel to the Hey Chick and the Hey Birthday Chick. And so instead of chick, we have Hey Chuck by just changing out the letter. And so we've got some roosters featured in this stamp set. Now, currently, while we're filming this, the dies are unavailable, but they're supposed to be back in stock tomorrow. And so we felt comfortable sharing this. So if you're in the online store today and you don't see that it is available to order, just check back in the next day or two because it should be back in stock. This is just such a fun one, and I have to point out too the bundle index card because it uses also the Gingham designer paper. What is this Gingham paper called? Glorious Gingham?
Glorious Gingham.
Yeah, Glorious Gingham here on page 130. And it includes 8 sheets of 5 different colors in the same design. So you're getting kind of the larger gingham and then also the smaller gingham. And these are same color on each side. And we're featuring some of the returning and new, I think these are, no, yeah, returning and new colors in the core color collection. So we've got Pecan Pie, Pretty Peacock, Berry Burst, Blueberry Bushel, and Lemon Lime Twist. Such fresh new colors. I'm so excited to see these back. And it just seemed like a natural fit. So both Mom and I are featuring this designer paper along with the Hey Chuck bundle. This is a clean mount rubber stamp set. And it has coordinating dies, most of which cut out the stamp images. And then there's 2 additional images that are the weather vane and the sun. I guess I was going to say sunset, but that is definitely a sunrise because that's when the roosters crow.
That's right.
I broke this one out for the first time to create our projects for this video, but I do have a few samples from some other demonstrators to share. This one is from Melody Lampert, and she also used, oh, actually, it's a different paper. I thought it was the other side, but I think both of these sheets come from the Let's Go Fishing designer paper.
They do.
And then this one from Leslie von Metnitz.
Hey, Julie,
And
go back
she,
to the other card. She also used some of those oval embellishments
yes.
that I had pulled those out. I didn't use them, but I pulled them out to use. So I like that a lot.
A new embellishment in the catalog. And then this one uses the Basics 3D embossing folder. I love the colors here. Coastal Cabana, Daffodil Delight, and Berry Burst. She did such a great job coloring that rooster. And then the last one is from Tashonda Lundy, and she used the tackle box die from the Let's Go Fishing suite to sort of create these compartments for the card with the colored fences and the weather vane and the sun and then the rooster on the fence. I just love this one. So detailed, so amazing. New embossing folder there in the background.
Nice.
I can't wait to see what you created, Mom. Are you ready to share?
I am. And I will have to confess that I could not find my Hey Chuck dies. I searched my bin with dies, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 times. I finally went and looked at my order. I never ordered it.
Oh,
So I will be ordering it this week.
that's
using
funny.
some dies. Isn't that funny? Okay, so I broke out the Brilliant Backgrounds dies. I
Ooh.
have used these, and so I didn't know quite what to expect with them, but I did use it, and I'll show you that in a minute. But I wanted to just point this out. This is a standalone die. It doesn't really coordinate with a stamp set per se. So we'll put that.
I
Yes.
think I ordered those, but I'm not sure. I got to double check and see if I can find them.
If not, I can certainly order them for you and I put order my Okay, so I am using Pecan Pie as my card base. It's 5.5 by 8.5. It's scored at 4 1/4. And this is what I used. Oh, and I need to do some poking. I used that one die. If you can see it here. Well, I'll show you in a minute. Just let me go through the rest of my measurements. This is my inside piece. It's basic white, 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I've already stamped the greeting in pecan pie and this little cake with a candle in it. So that's all ready to go. I have a piece of that gingham paper, 3 inches by 3.5 inches. And I'll be using this side versus the smaller side. I just kind of like that one better for this card. I have a piece of basic white, 2.5 inches by 4 that I die cut with a deckled rectangle. And then I've already also done the greeting. You've got something to crow about. And that is a 1/2 inch by 3 inches, but I'm going to do some trimming on this piece. All right. So the first thing I think I need to do is take our pokey tool and poke out holes. I would have done this ahead of time had I realized that it didn't come out when I took it off the die.
Yeah, I didn't realize it had holes in the die.
It didn't either till I used it. And then it was like, wow, well, hey. So this will work out really well. I think. I just think it's a fun little look to this.
Yeah, I love the way it just adds some texture.
Yeah. Kind of masculine.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of those little hanging chads. And we'll go ahead and glue our inside piece. So I can show you because it looks really pretty. Because you can see the white through there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I missed one. Get out of there. Oh, I missed another one. Well, Susan. All right. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Or adhere it, I should say. I'm not using glue for this. I thought I had more samples. I have one that you had, so I didn't pull it out.
Oh.
I think this is kind of a hidden treasure, you know?
Yeah,
All
there
right.
are so many great bundles in the annual catalog, and I'm kind of glad that we had some extra time with it this year. Last year, it just felt like the mini catalog was right on top of the annual catalog. And I feel like we've really had a chance to explore and use all the new amazing things. And there's still so many that we haven't shown yet in the annual catalog.
Yes, that is for sure. All right, so I'm going to do a little background work on this little basic white piece. I think I like that side. So I've been really loving using blending brushes and ink to create kind of an effect, especially since I don't have the dies. So I'm going to take some, oh, come on, Susan, Pool Party and Lemon Lolly. And so I just kind of want the hint of a sky. And so we always start off because you can always add more color. I mean, some of the colors you think they're light, and then when you start doing this, you realize just how dark they are. So I'm using kind of a lighter touch on this, and I don't want it too dark on purpose because I want my focus to be the rooster, which I've already stamped and colored and die cut, because you don't need to sit here and watch me color. It would be pretty boring.
That's a whole nother video.
That is. It really is. And this is coming out a little bit darker than I want, but I think it's going to be just fine. All right. And because it's morning, because he's crowing, I want a little sunshine in the corner here as the sun is coming up. All right. That's what it's going to be. Now, I had to stamp and color and fussy cut. So here are the rest of those components for this. I also did this guy because I couldn't decide which one I wanted to use, but I chose this guy. And
I love the blue shorts.
Thanks. Azure afternoon. All right. So I'm going to now stick on our fence with a little bit of liquid glue. And you don't need a lot. And what I'm doing is I'm putting kind of one at each end of this little scene. So just lining it up on the left side and along the bottom. And I used crumb cake to color the fence, both the light and the dark. And I used a bunch of different colors on my rooster. I was hoping for a little bit more of a golden glow, and I don't quite like how it came out, but I think it'll work. All right, get up there. All right. So we have our fence on. I'm going to put our rooster on with some dimensionals. This big old fat belly.
One
on his tail to make sure he. I'm so glad they came out with the mini dimensionals. It just saves time cutting them in half when you only need a little piece of it.
Yeah. They are a really nice size. I don't use them as much as I should, but I think it's good to add that support to the little areas that I probably neglect too much.
So there he is. He's crowed everybody awake. So now we're gonna put on our gingham and put this piece on, and then we'll get the greeting on. Okay, so we're going to put some of our gingham on the left side, kind of an even margin around the top and the side here. And then we're going to offset this one because I really want a lot of this to show. So we're going to offset this one right about there. I really like how this came out.
So cute. I love this layout too.
Thank you. I thunk it all up myself. All right. So I don't need all of that. So we're going to do some banner cutting here. Oh,
I was
actually,
just thinking, I do the same thing when I am doing my greetings. Like I cut a piece that's too long and then I cut it down after I stamp it. I guess that way I have some room in case I stamp it over too far.
yep, that's exactly why I do it. Exactly. This would have looked good with a slanted, you just cut slants.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm doing this. All right. So we're going to put this like right about there, I think. You've got
Nice.
something to crow about. And then the only other addition, and I'm going to put it on, but I'm going to ask for you for your feedback, guys. I tied a little bow with some linen thread. And when I was working on
Mm.
the card and your dad walked by, I said, what do you think? He goes, I guess it's okay. I don't think you really need it. So I'll be curious what you guys think. So here is the bow already tied. And I was going to stick it right there. What do you think?
I'm kind of undecided. I feel like it dresses him up a little bit, like, ooh, he's got something to crow about, but also seems maybe a little random.
So here it is with the bow. Let me get this out of the way. And here it is without the bow. So let me know, leave me a comment. Let me know if you like the little linen thread bow on him or not.
I really can't decide. Like, I'm like, I think I like the bow. But
Okay.
then I'm like, I don't know. I think it finishes off the card nicely. But I think maybe I would put the bow like by the greeting or something instead of on the rooster.
Oh. Oops.
I like it's right by your post-its. There you go.
Up
I
here.
like the addition of the linen thread on the card.
Doesn't necessarily have to be a bow, I guess. I don't know. I don't know where to put it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll put it there for now. And do you want me to save this one for you, Julie? With the bow
Sure.
on? Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'll bring it to Vegas.
All right. That's right. We get to see each other in just a couple weeks again.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, so there it is. My rooster
Lovely.
with the happy birthday and the little Chad. And all right, Julie, are you ready?
I am. Just like you, I did my coloring ahead of time. I'm playing around with this light and I feel like it's almost too bright. I'm just, I don't know. Can you see it okay if I turn it off?
Yeah,
Or is it better with the light on?
I do like it with the light on.
Okay. I'm just gonna try to like maybe, is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine too.
Okay. I just feel like it's so bright. Ugh. All right. I fuss too much with my lights. My mom will tell you. Oh, okay. I'm making a fun fold card today. I was inspired by two cards that I received earlier this year. Actually, Lynn's card might have been last year. I've kind of had these in my box to case and to look at. And I don't know if there's a name for this, a double accordion card. I'm calling it a big Z, little Z, because you have the large card that's a Z and the small card that's a Z. And I think that describes it really well. So I've got this one from Lynn, beautiful Christmas card, and she's got a little panel on the back to write on, which I forgot about. And this one from Alita Williams, which is the same kind of card layout. She also has a little panel on the back to write about, or to write on. So I guess I will have to do a quick measurement to give you that piece, but I left room on the inside to write on. So I guess you can decide if you want to add more room on the back. So for the card base, we've got a piece that's 5.5 inches by 9 inches, and it's going to be scored at 3 inches and 6 inches to create our Z fold. Oops, where's my, oh, sorry about that shape. I'm gonna grab my bone folder. Okay, so there's our big Z. And then the little Z is 3 inches by 9 inches, scored at 3 and 6 inches. So we have 3-inch sections. And again, just a little crease with the bone folder so that it is nice and crisp. So we have our big Z and we have our little Z, and we're gonna put them together to make a card. And we want to make sure, like I'll bring in another card base. When we put it together, we will use that as a guide to know how far to put this piece. So we want to make sure that it will still fit in a regular envelope. And so we're going to line it up to make sure that it is going to be 4 1/4. But before we get to that part, we are going to do some decorating. So I've got some of that gingham designer paper. It's 2 3/4 inches by 5 1/4. And I've got 2 of them, so they're going to go on the ends, and I'm going to leave the middle one to be empty. At 2 3/4 by 5 1/4, this is almost a whole piece of the 6 by 6. And so I didn't really want to cut into a second piece. I just thought I would just use the 2 pieces and kind of leave that. And if you wanted to, you could add a coordinating pattern there, maybe another piece on the other side. On the squares here, I have 3 pieces that are 2 3/4 inches by 2 3/4 inches. So I'm using basic white cardstock for all of those pieces. If you wanted to, you could add designer paper or some other coordinating element. In the middle, I have a little strip, a 1/2 inch by 2 3/4 inch piece of designer paper to go across the bottom. And this is the panel I envisioned that people could write on. But if that's not enough room, you could add another panel on the bottom. I colored and die cut ahead of time 2 of the roosters using Real Red, Pretty Peacock, Daffodil Delight, and Pecan Pie Stampin' Blends. You guys know how much I love to color, so I really put that off. But these colors reminded me of the Kellogg's rooster, and I just had to smile. I used some Pretty Peacock for the tail to tie in with the designer paper and tried to stick with some traditional colors for the rooster. So I'm going to have one of them be on the front and one of them be on the inside here. For this piece, I want to create a little background using that fence die or stamp. And so I'm using crumb cake ink. And instead of coloring, because you know how I feel about that, I'm just going to stamp the fence. And I'm not going to lie, it's hard to line up in the middle because we're talking about a rubber stamp here that we can't see through. However, my crow is going to cover up the middle, and so you can't even tell that they don't line up. For the sentiments, I have cut extra long pieces. One is a 1/2 inch and one is 3/4 inch wide. And I'm using Memento Black ink to stamp those sentiments. So for the front, I have, for the front, I have, You've Got Something to Crow About, because we always are just on the same page. And then for the inside, it says, You Rule the Roost. And I'm going to use my scissors just like you did, Mom, and just trim those. I'm actually going to keep mine straight, but I can just kind of eyeball it and cut across. And then I can kind of make sure that spacing is even. Okay, so for the front, I'll add my guy on with some Stampin' Dimensionals. And I'm going to add the sentiment on. I think I'll put Stampin' Dimensionals on this as well. And I'm gonna put that kind of over on the side a little bit, like that. Maybe a little bit, maybe over a little more.
That is so cute.
And then this one is going to go on the last panel, and I am going to just put it down with regular adhesive toward the bottom. I just kind of wanted to introduce some more color, and so that's why I put the sentiments on the crushed curry cardstock, which I know is different than the Daffodil Delight Stampin' Blend, but we don't have any crushed curry Stampin' Blends.
No, we don't.
So they look,
I put the suggestion in a couple times.
I don't know if it's just so close to the other color that maybe they can't get it to look different enough.
I don't know.
Okay, we're going to glue these panels down on our little Z, and then we're going to put the whole thing together and think about some embellishments at the end. I did get out some sequins that have some
I think I know which ones.
pretty peacock.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's our little
Oh,
Z.
I'm loving this.
And again, we want to put this down so that it's kind of hanging out. And I'm going to bring the other card back in as our guide because we want it to maintain that 4 1/4 width. So I'm going to use some tear and tape to put that on, and most of it's gonna, not most of it, but half it's going to hang off. So I have to be very strategic about putting my adhesive only on the ends so that it doesn't glue the card closed. So I'm going to use two pieces here, and that's going to be right. And then in the back, those 2 pieces need to be closer to the fold because the end is going to hang off. This card is so much easier than it looks, which I always love that about a fun fold, when you can put it together without a lot of crazy cutting and scoring and
Yep.
that kind of thing. Okay. And this is the tricky part. I shouldn't have taken the layer off of that yet. So I recommend waiting on that. Because now it's sticky and I have to be careful about it. Okay, I'm going to put this in. That looks about right. Ironically, I think I have the back side gluing down first. But I don't have to tear. I think it worked.
Yeah, excellent.
Again, I would glue this one first and don't tear off those pieces until after you're done, because tear and tape, if you have to tear it off, can be pretty tricky to tear. So there's my finished card, the big Z, little Z with the
Nice.
gingham paper. Let's see about adding those sequins. This is the adhesive backed sequin trio, and it includes Flirty Flamingo white and the
peacock.
And I just thought I would add some sequins around the sentiment.
Yeah. Oh, I like that, Julie.
Just kind of subtle, but adding a little something.
Oh, that's so cute. I love this card.
Me too. I'm glad I finally got a chance to try this fun fold, and I'm happy that I finally inked up and colored my Hey Chuck roosters.
Yes.
Now that I've broken the seal, I'm ready to make some more Hey Chuck cards. Let's flip the camera around and we'll show off our cards together. The Hey Chuck dies should be back in stock this week. So if you have this on your wish list, then make sure you snap it up. And you too, Mom, since you forgot to order the dies the first time.
I most certainly will. I can't believe that.
Well,
well.
the bundles, even though you already have the stamp set, the bundle is always the way to go because you save 10% on both the stamp set and the dies when you buy them together. So you must have just had like just a little bit left in host rewards or something, and you just like threw on those cute roosters, or maybe you thought you didn't need the dies because really most of them do just die cut. Die cut the stamp images, so you can always fussy cut those.
Well, which is what I did, which wasn't a big deal, and I don't mind fussy cutting. But yes, I intended to buy the bundle. I thought I did. I even told you I remember mounting them on my little magnet board. Well,
Yeah.
I actually did not.
Well,
No.
I do that all the time too, where I think I order something and then I don't, or I've ordered just the stamp set and not the dies before, sometimes on accident, sometimes on purpose. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
what
There's
it is.
so many amazing things. Well, we'd love to know what you think about Hey Check. So leave us a comment and let us know if you have this or if it's on your wish list. Oh, and it's a great time to redeem your bonus day coupons in August. You have until August 31st to redeem those $5 coupons that you earned for ordering in July. And there's no limits. You can order, you could use all of your coupons at once if you'd like.
Yes, like I did. Couldn't wait to redeem those suckers. They were burning a hole in my pocket.
I used mine on my pre-order too, so I got a few extra things maybe that I wasn't planning to order, so it was perfect.
We're all excited about things that are coming up. So
Yes.
Don't forget about the kids sale, as Julie said, and we will see you next Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie. Goodbye, everybody, and thank you for watching.
Bye. Have a great week. Love you, Mom.
Love you too, Julie.